Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Parc Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia State Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcats offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw, and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Georgia State's offense has the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The inside handoff. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Spins away from the defense. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Using the quick game. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Now on 2nd down. On the option. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Brock. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Bearcats will hustle to the line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Feeling some heat. Caught. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Here we go. Back to throw. It's Marshall. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They go right back to him. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And here comes the offense on second down. Give to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 10. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Tuggle. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Given up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. The Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Brock. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And the point after is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen.
And he's running in the open. At the 30. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question, how aggressive will the play calling be? They'll throw it on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Brock. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them...
Throws toward the end zone. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Atlanta.
The Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Panthers. And the stomping has commenced. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive.
51, Cincinnati, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Tuggle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bearcats! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense set on first down. The give from the gun. Open space at the 25. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the route is on. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Working that left side now. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And
the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! And the punishment has been extended. A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I was about to say, remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is a day that you just dream about having. You have these days in high school, but not in college. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Gain of 23 on the play.
That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bearcats are marching down the field.
First down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Trying to get to him. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Back to throw, it's Brock. They've got the screen set up. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Defense has had their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a 1st down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Yeah, way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Fires to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down.
How about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the 4th quarter. There is no let-up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy.
Touchdown, Georgia State! And the pummeling has started. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And they tacked on the extra point. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10. Hall to go up top. He's got his man. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going for 6. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. He's looking to throw it. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To throw, it's Brock. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Running it back, it's Tuggle. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Lay. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. And the beatdown has ensued. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.